our flight because we got to go down in March.
You got to go back in March.
Ben's getting his a little bit of his jaw done and his wisdom teeth taken out.
Oh.
And a sleep study.
Oh, he's not sleeping very well?
Yeah. Dr. Hukin figures he needs to go for another sleep study just to check everything.
Oh, okay.
Make sure he's still, because the way the tumor is, it's also made his throat smaller, so.
Oh, so she's worried about breathing issues while he's sleeping?
Breathing issues, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Because he's had his adenoids taken out and his tonsils all taken out.
Oh, wow. Wow.
We're just doing another follow-up.
Well, that's good that things are
being... just waiting. Yeah. Because I know on his wisdom teeth I'm a little scared on that one because my oldest, when he went in for his, the doctor knew about NF but never actually dealt with the patient about it. And there's a tumor in there and he severed his main artery.
Oh, my goodness.
Which made another operation. Yeah, they had to block off the artery.
Oh, my goodness. That must have been terrifying.
Lost a lot of blood.
Yeah.
It was.
Oh,
and I was down there by myself and
Tammy.
I had nobody to turn to.
Oh, my goodness. I am sorry for that. My heart breaks for you.
Yeah. Yeah, it was scary.
Yeah, so I can see why you're hesitant.
And we had to go. Yeah. And then when he had my son, when he had to go in to get his port put in, his brother had to go, was having surgery, having the veins all fixed. So their dad came down with me, went with the oldest to Vancouver General, since that's where all the equipment was, to get that all fixed. And then they had to transport my son back to Children's Hospital for ICU, but they were both in surgery all at the same time.
Oh, that
so it was kind of up and down. I was up and down both stairs.
Oh, I bet.
Checking him out in ICU, and then my other son upstairs, and taking pictures so they can make sure they were both okay.
Yeah. Oh my, that is a lot to take on in one day.
Yeah.
But they both came out of it. They're doing good.
They both came out of it. My oldest, he had his vein all rerouted and everything, but yeah.
And that's all healed and everything's good on that aspect?
Yeah, it's all healed. He's all normal except for the damaged nerves in his one chin area, but all's good. The only problem is he's having issues with his teeth, but
oh yeah.
So and the dentist not really knowing the NF and how the NF affects the teeth. It's really hard explaining that to the dentist, and they disagree with everything.
Oh yeah. So you're having to advocate to teach them about NF because they don't know anything.
Yeah, we have this new one. She's good, but she still doesn't understand how NF affects our teeth. So it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, yeah. You're educating. You're the doctor, and she's the student when you're there. I bet, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's pretty hard too, especially when we have students coming in from UBC and they've never heard of NF. Yeah. But they've heard of the special, like Dr. Armstrong said, well, she's one of the professors at the university. She teaches on it. What do you kind of not know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, I'm glad that the students are coming in and learning to hopefully be able to carry that further.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that you're advocating.
Yeah, we had one doctor who knew about it, but I was getting a small tumor removed off my arm, so I let him come into the clinic room and watch our one doctor take a couple things off.
Oh, that's wonderful, Tammy. That's wonderful. So, yeah,
I normally don't do that, but anything to educate them, I'll let them take a look.
Yeah, exactly, because
I've also had a plastic surgeon says, tell your GP it hurts and they'll take it off and I don't have to pay, and they'll come off medical. Really? He said lie and say they hurt. Yeah, because he doesn't agree with medical. Coming out of your own pocket. He said lie. He goes, what are they going to do to you? Start poking you?
Yeah.
So I would just say they hurt and they take them off.
And you don't have to pay for it.
And I don't have to pay for it. So I learned my way around that system.
Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, I don't think it's right when, like, this isn't something like, I don't consider this cosmetic surgery at all for people with NF, right?
Yeah.
You know, it just, yeah. Well, hopefully we can get that ball rolling and be able to do something like that for our community would be really, really beneficial. I'm glad that
Yeah.
you found a way around it.
Yeah, and that was all from a plastic surgeon who told me to say that.
That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. And how are your other two managing? If it just Ben's in school now, or are the other
Just
two?
Ben's in school. My daughter graduated 2 years ago, so
Nice.
and she just got a job, so just kind of working through the anxiety because she's not a people person. So too many people brings on anxiety. So.
Oh wow! Is she doing anything to cope with that?
So it's been interesting.
I bet.
And then my son has a YouTube channel and does scootering stuff. So.
Oh really? That's pretty awesome. That's kind of neat that he's gotten into that. What?
Yeah.
What prompted him to do YouTube?
Yeah, he started just seeing everybody else do it.
Oh, nice. Nice.
So he does that.
Oh, that's
and
fun.
whatnot. See, yeah. Yeah.
Do they all live at home with you still?
Very proud of them all.
Yeah.
I'm very proud of them all.
Oh, I bet. I bet. Well, they've had an amazing mother teach them along the way. Look at you.
Yeah.
You have come very far.
Yeah.
I am like, honestly, I'm so honored to have been able to sit down and talk with you twice now, which has been lovely. And to get to know you, because otherwise I wouldn't have ever met you. So thank you, Tammy. Like really, like thank you.
Yeah, I've never around here. I don't really have anybody with NF to talk to, so it's hard.
Yeah, I bet. You've been on one of our support calls before, right? The group chats. Have you been on those ones once a month?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I only have been on it once. I don't get the links for it once a month, so.
So it's on Facebook now. Usually the week of or the day before, like the day of, I'll post it. And now there's no registration needed now. You just click on the link to join that evening. Okay. So if you watch for that.
Yeah, because I don't. Yeah. Yeah, because I don't do Facebook very often. I'm more on Instagram now.
Okay, Instagram, on our profile, there's a Linktree link. If you click on that, it'll say support. Okay. It'll say support group meeting, and the link will be right there for you.
Okay.
We would love to see you there. There was They're the last Tuesday of every month now, so it would be lovely.
Okay, I should write that down.
Yeah. So this month it'll be on the 24th.
Yeah, because I was doing it there for a while when COVID hit bad. So.
Yeah. It's nice to have a support group, especially of those who, like we've said, each journey's different, but we still have some commonalities, right? So it's kind of nice to have somebody else who may have been down that same path to have the support.
Yeah, it would be nice to know somebody who's dealt with it in the bones and what they do for their bone health, because some days it feels like my leg's broken again.
Really? And there's no way the doctor won't even do an x-ray for you?
They'll do x-rays, but they won't let me see the specialist, but you can see the NF in the bone. Because I remember with my daughter, and she sprained her leg, I had to point it out to the doctor. It's like, I could see the spots, and they were actually shocked that I could read the x-ray. But see my bones and know what to look for, it's like, that's markings on the bones, signs of NF.
Wow. So for my son, Tyler, he is going for a bisphosphonate because he broke his femur twice in less than a year. And they said that to be taking vitamin D or drinking the milk or the yogurt, the cheese. So if you could try going to the grocery store, maybe getting vitamin D supplements and taking don't know the exact dose, might help. I don't know. I'm grasping at straws like you. My son asked for cheese or milk, and I'm like, here you go. Anything to maybe help increase that bone. I just wish that there was somebody out there who would, listen to you and let you be you know, seen by a specialist that would maybe be able to help a bit more with your bones. It's very frustrating.
Yeah, because my mom also had osteoporosis, so it took a fight for me to get some bone scans done, and that's when I found out about the arthritis in the hips and the tumor in the hip.
Wow.
And with the medical genetics helping me get my disability through PWD, that's what did it, because she took pictures of everything.
Nice. Nice. So
Because I also got a couple small tumors around the sciatic.
Wow. So have you found that you've gotten more tumors as you've grown? Like, I'm just wondering, because like I said, my son's spontaneous. I don't know, like, were these there from the get-go, or have you got them as you've aged?
I've looked out. I got a few of them, but if you look in the sun, you can see them. If I hold my arm just right, I can see them just under the skin.
Oh, okay.
But I lucked out, and I don't have as much as my aunt. My aunt was worse than my mom, and I think she's worse than my grandma in her complexion.
Yeah.
And she's a heavy smoker, so I'm wondering if the smoking is contributing to the tumors.
Oh, maybe that's definitely possible. Have you found that it's gotten worse over the years, or it's been just a gradual?
Gradual. I'm lucky, so
Very lucky.
I count myself lucky, and except for the ones around the sciatic and the spine, I don't count that lucky because it hurts.
Oh, I bet.
Especially if they get bumped wrong. It's like I'm floored. I can feel it down to my legs.
Oh, like it goes right through?
One leg, the pain. It goes right through.
Oh, wow. Oh. You need bumper pads all around your house.
Yeah. And then I got a couple on my feet, which I won't let anybody put a needle on my bottom of my foot ever again unless I have to.
Yeah. Yeah. You didn't have a good experience with that before?
No, I've had one removed off my feet up right my left foot, and the needle going into the bottom of your foot doesn't feel very nice.
Oh, I bet not. When you've had them removed, Tammy, have they grown back?
No, I've lucked out and that hasn't happened. Just on my eye, because it's a plexiform, and it almost looks like there's a tumor on top of the tumor now.
Oh, okay. So 2 separate ones?
Yeah, it looks like there's another tumor growing on top of the one I already have, but it's so much scar tissue now I can't tell anything apart anymore. And I've had so many operations. The next one I might not be able to blink anymore.
Oh no, because
my eye might be permanently. Yeah, it's all scar tissue. It might be permanently closed or permanently open, and I don't want that.
No. Wow.
And I really don't want to go through another operation like that again. It's not worth the pain.
The recovery is worse than dealing with it on a daily basis.
And if there's a 50-50, I don't want to take that chances.
Yeah, you weigh it.
Because we were given the options for the plexiform on Ben's neck to go on chemo, the new chemo that they're testing, and it's a 50-50, and it's not worth chemo again.
No.
And all the side effects from the oral chemo. So he said no to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather not fight the tumors with more chemo.
Yeah, the side effects are worse than just
yeah.
But they're going to monitor the tumor on a regular though.
Well, they'll just keep monitoring it and go from there. But he was good and firm in saying no.
Wow. Well, you got to respect.
Since it's still on the trial basis still, and I don't want to be a guinea pig.
Yeah. So is he?
Neither does he.
No, exactly. So is that the one that was just approved from the FDA, the solidomab?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all the side effects. If you read all the side effects, you get the stroke, heart attack, and I kind of don't think so.
Wow. That doesn't sound.
Because we watched my mom go through the oral chemo, and all the chemos were bone cancer, then breast cancer, and
wow.
It wasn't good because before she passed away, the cancer went into the brain. So.
Oh my goodness! It just went throughout her whole body.
Yes, she beat the breast cancer, and then a year later, bone cancer hit.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, my mom just got diagnosed this past year with colon cancer, and so I'm hoping that
Yeah.
she beats it. They got to remove from the liver now, so it's a
Yeah.
scary thing. And then to add NF on top of it has got to be just crazy.
Yeah, we were back and forth because Christmas Eve, she ended up in the hospital with pneumonia and heart failure, and then came home April. She was in the hospital, and I had to have their dad back me up saying she can't come home. Like, she needs to stay in the hospital, and they did because she couldn't walk after that. She was falling down. I had to have backup that could say she can't come home.
Yeah.
So, and then I had one of the other nurses backing me up because the doctors were going to send her home. And I was still doing chemo treatments with them back and forth.
No way. That's way too much. That's way too much. Wow.
Yeah.
Tammy, you've
It was
been
quite full on me.
I was just gonna say, like, wow, like I would have like curled up in a hole and like and here you are smiling and thriving.
Before my youngest got diagnosed, my husband, we separated, and that's when my son got diagnosed with the brain tumor and chemo, and I was going through all that with my mom, and I was just in a whole loop.
Oh my goodness, and look at you, like you are the utmost of like overcoming and thriving, and like, wow, I am like, you're an inspiration, because like I look at your life and I had nothing to complain about. I got nothing. Like you have, like, wow. Sorry, I'm just like, you're amazing. You're
Well, I
amazing.
know everybody's complaining about COVID and being, saying they're in jail. It's like, you don't know what it's like until you've like hit chemo and you can't really socialize with anybody. You don't have much to complain about because you can still go outside and go for walks and see people.
Yeah. You guys
We were isolated, homeschooling with the chemo and going to school for a little bit of socializing and coming home. That's kind of what our life was like with the chemo.
Yeah. And so now, are you home like all the time now? No school whatsoever?
No school whatsoever, homeschool, and then I just go out, do the grocery shopping, see people, say hi. But other than that, we just stay home when I go for walks and I see people. So it's not like I'm totally isolated.
Well, that's okay. That's nice to kind of get outside. Fresh air always helps, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, the government doesn't say you're not allowed to go outside and talk to people, so I still go outside and whatnot.
That's nice. That's nice. I'm glad that you have that.
Yeah.
That's really good. That's really good. Well, I guess I can let you go now. We've talked. It was so nice to talk to you, Tammy. And I really hope that we see you on one of the support groups at the end of the month. It would be great to hear from you and share your story and just, us be there for you as much as you are there for us. It would be wonderful. Okay, well, you've got my email. Anytime that you want to talk because you're looking at your four walls, just send me an email. I'm here.
Yeah.
I look at my four walls too.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, Ted. Yeah. Okay, bye. We'll talk to you later.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.